Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. This is a collective or general reading, so just be aware parts may or may not resonate with you. This is also a timely reading, meaning that if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been some time since I have posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That will give you more information regarding your situation now. All right, we're going to start with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. All right, we have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is talking about 10 actions that have been taken. We plant seeds with our actions, and then they grow into a harvest or a burden, basically, is what this card is saying. And even sometimes we might plant seeds that are very successful, but now we realize, oh, that's not really what I wanted after all, now that I have it. If you've ever had that experience. And it's kind of become burdensome to you. That could be like maybe you purchased a home and you realize, I purchased it in the wrong place and now I wish I would have just rented or something like that. This can also represent the actions of other people that are burdening you. So it's what this card is saying. It's saying, get the harvest home. Take out of this these actions that you're carrying. What you've planted seeds, and this could be very heavy just because it's full of your harvest, the fruits of your labor. So take what works for you and just release the rest. And this energy, you're so close to home, don't quit now. Keep going. And it's also saying there might be a better way for you to handle these actions. Like maybe you want to rent, instead of selling your house, you could rent it out or something like that. So it's kind of talking about looking for solutions. And if these are burdens that belong to other people, put them down and let the other people deal with their own burdens so you can move forward. Okay, and whoops, just double checking here. Yes, okay. I just want to make sure that I have this set up correctly because I was doing a different kind of reading before this. And so the Ten of Pentacles is saying that you are, that's the most pentacles. So you have this one, which is talking about possible harvest, possible burdens. And a lot of people do read this as burdens because he can't see where he's going kind of energy. So clearly it's just too much. Even if it's successful energy, it's still too much to handle. That's the energy. And so this is talking about the Ten of Pentacles, and that's as many pentacles as you can get in the tarot. So this is like an amazing card. This is saying that the pentacles represent your health, wealth, happiness, your lifestyle, basically. So, and it's raining money. Of course, money is a part of our 3D lifestyle. That's important. But it's not, you can have all the money in the world and still not be that happy. So you want to, this is about the lifestyle. It's about having the home where you want it, in the country or the city or the location where you want it. That you have the partner that you really enjoy being with and sharing, with. And also the healthy children, pets, and time. So that you have time that you can stop and chat with your neighbors, that kind of energy. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles coming in. So the Queen of Pentacles is sitting on her throne, and she's known to, well known for being very resourceful. And also she likes quality over quantity. So generally this card means old money. It can be like a legacy of generational wealth, something that you can pass down to your children and their children over the generations. She has a really good, she understands the value of material things, but she also understands the value of her time and has a really good energy for how much to invest in and what to invest in and, that kind of energy. She's someone you can count on, basically. And then we have, wow, there's a lot of pentacles in this reading. It's actually not a bad burden to have if this is like, I don't know, there's something else here, I know. We'll keep going here. So this could just be like, yeah, you just are really tired because you've been clearly working here. This is talking actually, this card is the only card of all the pentacles where the person is actually working on the coin itself. So this is actually talking about making money and how you make money. And you're very focused, and it's saying that you've been working really hard, and that might just be, you might have a huge amount of harvest to bring home. But the problem is, right now you're too tired to see it, and it's become too much. Maybe like you're working way too much, for anyone kind of energy. And so this is maybe a wake-up call for you here. This is someone who is working, either you have just started another project or a new project and you're on the second coin and you have all of these to go, or you've already completed all of these and you have that you're on the second last one to go. And that might be the energy, because quite often if we take on a huge task and it looks like it's very successful, it can become really heavy, like if it's taking up all of your time and you've been at it for a long time. So this is saying, don't quit now, just keep going. And then, look into, there might be a better way. You might be able to hire an assistant or something. Like there's enough money here to do so. And really find another way to give yourself a little extra time so you can rest and enjoy life a little bit more. I feel like you've been right at it. And here we have a transition happening. So death, a lot of people panic when they see this card, but this card is just representing transition happening. It's death and rebirth, actually. And so this is like the king's been trampled, but that's not an actually like literally trampling a king. It's about the systems like that have been in place, that there's a lot of change happening, and we're really seeing that in the world these days. And so it's talking about systems changing, like things that you never thought would change are right before your eyes changing. And you're having to make adjustments constantly. And this could be like if you have a business and it was running clickety click, doing really well, and then a bunch of maybe new laws came in, or we saw that at COVID with the mandates and whatever. It just really was really challenging to do business for most people. And you might be still doing your best to work hard to recover from something like that. And so this energy here is there's a transition happening. Some people are like scared of it, like this older person, but these young children here are holding a bloom, and they're offering it to the Grim Reaper. And the Grim Reaper isn't meant as an evil figure or anything. It's just a lot of cultures it symbolizes for a lot of cultures death and rebirth, basically. And this flag is actually saying there's light at the end of the tunnel. And so that's the energy of this card. So whatever is going on here, it is eventually going to be, I feel you're very close to completing, is what I feel. And then, yes, that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. So that's just basically confirmation what I said here in the reading. This is a gift from the universe, though. If you're needing to get to some truth of some situation to empower you, this card is saying that the truth is coming for you, whatever that is. It could even be an idea that you're working on, maybe to make the situation easier, and you're working on it, so you're... and you maybe have an aha moment, like, oh, I know exactly what to do now. Or someone, you're having a conversation with someone and just out of the blue, they say something and it's like, oh, that's exactly what I was like needing to hear, kind of energy. We have the King of Cups here. So we have a Queen of Pentacles and we have a King of Cups. The King is sitting in the middle of a bunch of water, and it's like really volatile. So that's representing like volatile emotions. In tarot, the water represents emotions. But you notice he's sitting there and he's chilled out. He's sitting in his throne. He's on this slab out in the middle of all this rough water, which means there's chaotic energy around him. But he has a cup of love in his hand, and he's just waiting for the perfect opportunity to deliver it. And that's the energy that he's in. The King of Cups is the most emotionally available because he's able to contain his emotions. And the right foot being forward like this indicates that he's in body language that's, okay, I'm ready to make to take an action here. So I feel like your energy is like, you understand that there needs to be a change here, because you don't even want to be continuing on in this way forever. But I sometimes we start projects and we think they're going to go a certain way, and then there's a new element that gets added to it, and then there might be another really great idea that we can add to it, which makes it way better. But at the same time, it's another area that we have to work on. So I feel like it's that kind of energy. I don't feel that it's really anything terrible or anything. I just think like whatever the project you took on sort of started gaining life is what I'm getting. But it looks like it's really productive, because look at all these pentacles here, you know. And I just want to point out that the characters in the tarot decks, these like this king could be a female that's in her masculine energy, and this could be a male that's in his feminine energy, as well as a female and feminine and a male and masculine. There is a Tower. So there we go. I was wondering if this card would come out. So the Tower is like a radical change that happens, like boom, just like that. But quite often, if you look back, you'll realize, oh, there was a lot of signs that this was coming, like something was going, something like needed to shift, right? And so this is talking about someone standing at the top of their castle, and like all of a sudden, they're having dinner or whatever, and lightning strikes. So it's something out of the blue. And the lightning hits their pedestal, basically. And so that's one thing with the energy of the universe. If you're at the top of the pedestal and you don't make changes when you need to make them, like this energy is saying you're really successful, but you're clearly burdened by the amount of work that you're having to deal with, or other people are not doing their share or something like that. And you need to make a change here. And so both people are falling out of here, and it's on fire. So you are going to have to make the change now. It's like you don't really have a choice. That's the energy that's coming in. And the reality check can be our best friend sometimes. At the time, it won't feel like it. But a lot of times, it's exactly what we need. And this is, yes, then going off to calmer shores with God, like the King of Cups. Maybe the King of Cups, if that's representing your energy, you perhaps are in this place where, hey, you know what? I'm done. Like, I just really need some peace, and I'm going to, you go and you meditate and you get some truth, from God. And sometimes this can represent someone who's doing some healing of their inner child, and just really wanting to make sense of a situation, that kind of energy. But we don't have enough information yet to really understand exactly what's happening here. We have judgment coming in. So the judgment is sitting on the truth. So there was a reality check of some sort that caused, like, okay, something has to be looked at here. You've prayed about it, you've meditated on it, and you're moving. You've decided, I'm ready to. If you're the King of Cups, you're saying, I'm ready to move out of out of this energy now, and I want to be in a calmer place. And some sort of judgment is being called, and that could be your judgment. Some truth may have come in though, where you see the truth of your situation, or you got this idea talking to someone or whatever, and you realize, oh, that's what I could do to make it better. Your ancestors are cheering you on, and so are your descendants. So this is something maybe a lot of people are saying, look, you can't just keep staying in this state. You need to let something go, or, that kind of energy. And now you've made that decision. Okay, I'm going to do that. And it might have been because you had to. But see, then you're wondering now, I'm getting the energy, if you make this transition now, what if all this hard work that you already put into this is going to be like gone? And then, all of this becomes like a burden kind of. And that's what I feel like the energy is. It's almost like you're looking at like the amount of energy you've put in here, and you look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's this one at your feet. And this is kind of representing like, wow, I put all this work in, and I don't feel like I got the value out of it that I wanted to. And it could be like you're very successful already. I'm getting that impression that you've been really successful in the past. And you're like, for this one project, what the heck? I've been putting all this work in, and I don't feel like the return is what I want. So this is the reality check. You have to really look at it and see. Now we have choice. Okay, so there's a lover's card here. So this, I feel like this might be saying that maybe your family members have been saying, hey, dude, all you ever do is work. We never see you anymore. Your wife, if you have a spouse, or your husband, might be saying like, is this really worth it? Because like I haven't seen you in a week, and we live in the same house kind of energy. I don't even think we know each other anymore. Like, and so there's distance being created in your relationship because you've been focusing mostly on making money, that kind of energy. I'm feeling that. The Lover's card is about choice. It's about choices we make, where we're going to invest our time and our energy, and that's this energy here. So you could be the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Cups. You could even be a person that embodies the energies of both the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. But I feel like this might represent a cup, like one of you. So of course the masculine we'll say is the King of Cups, and this is the Queen of Pentacles. And so maybe the Queen of Pentacles is saying to you, hey, I like fine things as much as you do, but I don't need 4 cars. I just need one. I don't need this big of a house. I would rather see more of you. I miss you, like that kind of energy. That's the energy I'm getting. The good news is she misses you. Just play whatever roles, that is. Or for some of you, it could be that you married someone that only wanted your money. And that was the reason they chose you. And you're starting to realize that, like, man, I can't make enough money to keep this person satisfied. So take it however it works for you. In any case, it's kind of like this or that energy. And so this or that is when you can only see like 2 solutions. Either I keep going or I quit. Either I keep going and I bring this harvest in, or I quit and I could lose everything. Like I could lose all the work I've already put into this. And so that's the energy. But now the reality check has come in, and you realize, no, I have to do something now. And so, but the thing is, this energy is saying there isn't just 2 ways. There's all sorts of ways. You just can't see it. And you need to maybe go on a vacation, something, You need to go be able to quiet down and get perspective away from this and go inward. And like as I'm doing this reading right now, we have a full moon coming up in 3 days. So the energy tends to be a lot more volatile, but it's really interesting because this would be a really good time to release what you don't need. And we have the moon in the background showing this. But the energy is on the full moon in Leo. It's basically saying you're born to lead and you're a really good leader. But at this time, you need to put your needs first. And that's the main gist of this moon. If you want to know more about that, I'm doing readings. I just finished the readings for the full moon. So you can check that out. I have a playlist there on new moon and full moon to get more information about it. But this would be a perfect time to release the energy of like whatever you need to so that you can move forward, because we're also have a new moon coming in on the 17th. And that also happens to be the same day that the Chinese New Year begins. And we're in the year of the fiery horse energy. And so that energy is like more free-spirited, and it's like, it can be really like You know, think about riding a horse on the beach, you know, convincing you to go on a holiday, but we're sitting in this kind of area. So there's so many ways other than that, just this or that. And you need to open your mind up to being able to explore those opportunities. And the danger of the fire horse energy coming in on the 17th is that you end up working even harder to get it done as quick as you can, instead of doing what you need to do, which is look after yourself. And you might be saying, well, I have a family, I have this and I have that. But, you know, if you're ever on an airplane, they'll tell you if the oxygen masks come down, put it on you first. That's because if you have a baby, your first instinct is put it on the baby. But by that time you might faint, and then who's going to look after the baby? And the baby won't be able to put the mask on you. So that's the kind of energy. So I feel like you need to listen to you're tired and you feel burdened down. Even a week away probably could do wonders for you. You know, on a nice holiday somewhere, and just where you just chill out and sit on the beach even, or whatever. We have the Two of Pentacles here. So the Two of Pentacles is about really multitasking and having to juggle a lot. And it can also even talk about juggling money. And as I had just said that about maybe you should go on a holiday, maybe you're in a position where you can't afford to. So, but then you could take like a mini holiday away from what you're doing by just turning the computer off, going for walks, you know, like for an hour even. And saying, okay, every morning I'm going to go for a nice walk, just so I can get some fresh air and clear my mind. And you might be surprised how much that does empower you. It's 1 hour less of working, but you'll be shocked by how much better you feel after doing that for a while. And so this energy is talking about juggling your time and your energy. And multitasking is a really good thing. Like, you can get a lot done. But you can get multitasking to the point where you it's exhausting. And then you have a lot of quantity done, but you don't have a lot of quality. So I'm building a pyramid here. And this bottom row represents the tools that you have. So you have a lot going for you here. And then this is the obstacles that you have to face. And we had this reality check here. So there's like really needing to take some, I feel like, just to quiet your mind and be able to move forward. It will open you up to, I feel like there's a lot of this is work hard, play hard. This can be juggling 2 jobs. This can be juggling 2 projects at once, that kind of energy. Maybe you could put one project down for a month or so or hire someone to deal with it for even a few weeks, that kind of energy, just to give yourself a little bit of a rest. And then we have, this is saying that you're ready for a move and you're ready for a change. This is talking about someone who is saying, okay, I know that it's sitting right here on this energy here on the Queen of Pentacles. I know what I need to do, and I have a pretty good idea now. And I can see that I've achieved everything I can here, doing it the way I'm doing it right now. Maybe I do need to make some changes, and some small adjustments could open up the horizons for me. So it's like you've decided to open your mind up to other possibilities. And this energy is talking about being elevated in your position and other people wanting to collaborate with you. The thing about this card is it's saying, if you collaborate with anyone or hire anyone, you make sure they're in alignment with your goals and you're the one who's in charge. Because you don't want to bring in people now that are, they have plans here. And this is someone who's working on stone. So this is a specialty, it's like a sculptor. And so this is saying, and it's hard work. So if that's the energy that you're in and you're trying to complete a major project, and then you have people approaching you saying, we noticed your good work here and we'd like to hire you, you have to make sure that you're in that position, that they're in alignment with your goals, and you're not just going to be taking on another project that you end up not enjoying, and they're in control of it, and you've maybe signed a contract or something like that, or you're not getting paid what you should, or that kind of energy. And then we have that, yeah, right here. This Nine of Pentacles is coming up. And she has her hand on these 6 pentacles. You see that? So she always keeps 6 pentacles. That's this ratio. And then she's got 9 total. She has her hand on 6. And these 3 are the ones that she would be willing to invest in others or whatever. But she's going to keep her hand on her own business. She's not going to give up all the time that you've invested, all of that energy. And if you've ever heard of Nikola Tesla, who was a genius, he would say, if you knew the beauty of the 369, and he's talking about this ratio, that you would have the key to the universe. And this is having the foresight. This falcon represents the foresight to be able to look into the distance and say, hey, you know, I have to make sure that if I collaborate with others at this point, that I am well compensated for what I've already done. Because look at, you're all like, and you're that close. Be very careful here, because this can represent secret society energy, like of, you know, groups of people that really do admire your work, but they want it to be done their way, under their time, under their, you know, conditions, and it may not be in alignment with what your plans are. And so we have an energy then of the Knight of Swords coming in. So the Knights would work for the king and bring in this and bring messages back and forth. In the old days, it would be by horse, and they would travel. It would take, you know, sometimes days or weeks for them to come back with the answer, you know. But these days we have, you know, we have technology at our fingertips. We can receive messages. This could be a message that comes in as a phone call, a letter in the mail. It could be a text message. It could be an email, social media post, that kind of energy. So this is talking about some sort of information is coming in. And this sometimes can even be, this card can represent a thought coming in. Like, is it sitting right on this, the truth? And this also could be representing judgment about maybe you already entered a contract like this, and you're in this position where they want you to have this done. And that's why you're working so hard. That could be. And you're like, I want to get out of this contract. And so you maybe went and consulted with someone to get, you know, how can I handle this? Because I can't work this hard anymore for this kind of money. That, I feel like that might be, for some of you, what's happened here. And so some information is coming in. Maybe you've taken them to court, or they took you to court, or whatever, but that was maybe the reality check. Or maybe you had a health scare or something, and it was like, hey, I have to let these people know I can't put these kind of hours in, and not like, I'm not getting paid enough to you know, sacrifice my health and everything else. And so this is someone that's running away from something or running to something. You know, he's in a hurry, and you notice the anxiety here. Like, his horse is stressed out. And this is exactly the energy you do not want to be in on February 17th when the new year comes in. Because this is very impulsive energy, and it's also this energy of running yourself until you don't have anything left, and you don't have the energy to cross the finish line when you're so close to bringing in everything that you should be bringing in. So I feel like maybe this was like you had a reality check, and now that there was some truth that came in about you know, that you should have been getting paid more, or maybe there was a loophole in a contract with someone that you did business with. Could be that kind of energy. That I feel like this is a situation that you're in, and that's why you're working so hard. That explains it, because otherwise you should be so successful. And I'm getting it's something you love to do also. And then the illusions, yes. So this energy is coming in to let you know, basically, I feel this is this information about the illusions around this work situation. And You notice the rough waters. This lobster now is climbing out of the waters and making itself very vulnerable to stay on its path. Has to pass through this domestic dog and this wild coyote or wolf to be able to get on, to stay on their destined path. But I feel like the full moon that's coming up is going to really, because it's talking about your leadership abilities, shine some light on your situation. I feel like something has happened, and now there's an answer that you're looking for that's going to be the solution to this problem. And we have, conviction beyond a doubt. So standing your ground to get what you deserve here is what's coming up. So this is talking about having, like, you notice this person was either in a hurry and didn't notice that they put a shoe and a boot on, or this can be representing the energy of being in between, like in between two energies, right? And so this is about, again, protecting this is an action to protect your heart, and conviction beyond a doubt that you know what you know, and you're going to stand your ground and you're going to get what you get. So I feel like some major truth came in about some energy here, and you are, this reality check has actually turned out to be better for you. This could be an energy of maybe even getting a better offer, you know? So let's see. Okay, so the never-ending nightmare. Now, this is either saying there was illumination about the situation now, or the information that came has caused you to have to really stand up for yourself. And so we're going to see now this energy, though. It's really kind of a wild week coming up for the new year, or for the new month. But on the 2nd of February is Groundhog's Day. And so this card's come up in, this is the 5th reading I've done, or the 4th or 5th. What is it? The 4th. Sorry. So this energy is talking about this card has come in for 3 of the 4 readings that I've done. That's what I was meaning to say. Sorry. I did extra readings because I had technical difficulties. So one reading didn't record, and the other one, there was no sound. So it was like, so I had to do 2 readings over today. So I'm trying to remember which reading I'm doing, kind of energy. And so this is talking about the energy of moving into like this Groundhog Day energy. And so I'm picking up the energy now. I get it because I did like 4 readings for the coming up into the new year. And this one is like just a general collective, but it's taking all that energy from all of those readings. And that's why it feels like deja vu here. So this has come up in every reading almost for the ones I've just done in the last 2 days, saying it's Groundhog Day, and that this is like boredom, like it's like day after day after day, like doing the same old shift, working so hard, and this enlightenment coming in. But what's interesting is because this is like, this card has come up also in a lot of the readings. So I feel like when it's an energy like that in the collective reading, it's kind of like, this is like all of those readings that I've done, like the 2 readings that didn't come about had a lot of these cards in them. So maybe it's kind of like an energy that's really dominant in the energy of the world right now. It's so confusing. I was like, man, this feels like I'm in like this energy of all of those 4 readings that I've done so far for the beginning of the year. And it's almost like all of them in one reading kind of energy, but all of them had this card, and most of them had this card. And what other card did this one? And Judgment. Otherwise, you know, they were different, but I feel like this Groundhog's Day, for some reason, is like saying, like, a lot of people right now are tired of the same old, and maybe working really hard, like the economy, the way it is in the world, and that kind of energy, and moving, kind of looking at different ways to move into different ways of being. Really interesting energy, because it's almost like, wow, that's so cool. Because in reality, I've done 6 readings in the last 4 days. Other than one of these, I do one of these a day. And out of those 6 readings, 4 of them have had this card in them about Groundhog Day. So I feel like it's saying, like, be really, really cautious that you're making, that you're not making impulsive decisions moving into this, and that you check out any illusions. Like, the thing about the Knight of Swords card too is that you can't see the point of his sword. And I always feel like, does he have the full information here? Like, does he really know what he's talking about? Or is he just a fool rushing in? That's what's bugging me. There's something about this energy that's just not quite. Because this, I always read this as like you have all the information and you know what you know. But it just doesn't, it's not sitting right with me. I feel like there's some sort of illusion here regarding this. And sometimes, I mean, if there is court or some sort of like legalities involved here, you know, when you swear on a Bible, you say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Then you say, you know, like there's a judgment, like if you're in a court of law or whatever. And if you think you have all the information and it's correct, and you're standing on that, then it's conviction beyond a doubt. But what if this information isn't the whole story, and it causes you more of, like, this can be like a never-ending nightmare or real boredom. But you know, the Groundhog Day energy, like where it's the same thing over and over. So let's look into this a little bit more. Now we have a Knight of Cups coming in with a love offer. So this is interesting because we do have the Lovers here too. Are you wondering, like, it's almost like an energy, if you're wondering, like, someone you're married to, or someone that you have maybe are partners in a business with, maybe you're partners and you're also lovers kind of energy. Are you wondering if they are maybe taking more than money than you thought they were, kind of energy? It's almost feeling something like that is coming up here, because this is sitting right on the Lovers. So let's look some more, because this is then this night, this one is rushing in with information, and this could say, you're standing, I know that this person wouldn't do this. But then you find out, yes, they would. And it puts you in this never-ending nightmare. And it's kind of like an energy of, it's sitting right on the Lovers here. What the heck? Oh, yeah, and look at this. Sneaky, shifty energy. So someone's celebrating. Like, what I really don't like, it looks like a celebration, but what I don't like about this card is these 3 people are not celebrating each other. They're celebrating something that's happened, because they're not looking at each other. And it's kind of like they're all looking up at the cups. And there's 3 cups there, and it's 3 people here. I don't know, like, is it somehow that you were betrayed in some way in business or something, in your work, by someone that you really felt you could trust? That kind of energy. Because the thing about this, we have the cup of romance coming in right after, and it's sitting right on the Lovers. And it's on this energy, which can be illusional, right? And this is the 6 pentacles that you're saying, like, I put all this in, and that's all that's here. I don't know. It feels like that might be something to do with it. And so this energy, you know, in a lot of cultures, particularly in Europe, if you toast people, They have a big superstition there that if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, it causes 7 years bad luck in your love life. And it's kind of like no one's looking at each other here. So that would defeat the purpose. And then yet right before this card comes in, we have an offer of love, like showing like that I feel like this is saying this is regarding, this energy is because of a love interest of yours, and that there was something behind your back. I feel like with sitting on this energy, like what the heck, something that you didn't, that you're maybe been like wondering about. But so if you're in a position like that, listen to your intuition and like this. Okay, so this is the tools. These are the obstacles. This is the courage to face whatever it is and whatever illusions there are. And then this is going after your heart's desires. Like, I'm going to stand on my ground. I'm going to stand my conviction. I'm ending this Groundhog Day energy. This could be like, I want to offer this lover a cup of love and let go of this energy here. It could be different for all of you, because after you do, like after you make this choice, now we have 7 opportunities coming in. These are gifts basically that are coming in because you've taken the right move. And it seems to be about love. But this could be about what you love to do as well. But it's sitting right on the lovers here. So I feel like if you have some suspicion that your lover is, I don't know, sneaking money, or maybe they have a gambling problem or something like that. Something like that. Anyway, just if that's something that you've been concerned about, look into it. This is once you look into it, then all these opportunities show up. And these are 7 cups and each has a gift in them. And these are destined for you. So this is saying, like, then you become like a black hole that's sucking in all these opportunities coming in. When you find out what this energy is about, you'll be out of this energy, and you'll have you're ready to bring this in. Really interesting energy. Yeah, and this is talking about really needing to, like, the best thing you can do is take that time to isolate yourself and just really give yourself, I feel like the best thing you could do is give yourself some days off so that you could calm your mind, go inward, go get a massage, you know what I mean? Like, look after yourself. And just like this, the hermit represents going up to the top of the mountain and isolating so that you don't have anyone else bothering you. You don't have any input from anyone else. You're just looking after yourself. And that was coming up right at the beginning here, like with that full moon energy. And this, once you have the information, your lantern is full of the light of the North Star. And the North Star represents your divine direction, what advice you would get from the Most High. And when the rod is golden with this light, then it's time to take action so that you make the correct action to end this energy. Sometimes this energy here can represent, because this is going after your heart's desires, this energy can represent that you had a dream, or the Holy Spirit came to you in some way and gave you some insight as to, like, you woke up and you were like, oh, that's what it is. That kind of energy. And that's when you realized it was maybe someone that you had offered a cup of love to. And once you figure that out, then, but you need some time to really, this is talking about someone who's been through the dark night of the soul. And they need to really just like decompress for even 2 or 3 days and come down from the mountain and then take action. Like, it's again talking about this impulsive energy from the horse. Don't be impulsive. Like, really look into things before you do them. Because I feel there has been, and here it is, a shift disturber. So this is a kind of energy. And this is like a thief in broad daylight. So it's not someone that has to sneak into your home and, turn the alarm system off somehow or something like that. This is someone that's doing it in broad daylight. And look at, it's an energy here too, and here. I feel like when you, I feel like if this is your reading, you'll know that this is where you're at. It was so confusing, but I really feel like you know the answer already, but you just don't really want to see it kind of energy. That this might be like a thief in the daylight, and they're, like this is a walking contradiction, because this is someone who's looking back, moving forward, not watching where they're going. And look how they're handling those swords. Like, who holds swords like that? Those are really sharp. Like, that's so dangerous. Like, what if you trip, right? And it's kind of someone who's really, shifty. But the sun comes in. There we have it. So this is the happiest card in the deck. And so this is saying, once you come to this resolution and you understand what's going on, you're going to be really happy because you'll have the answers. And maybe you have a suspicion about your lover, but it's not them. Maybe it's someone that's making it look like them. That kind of energy. Because it's like really confusing. But what's interesting is this card has been coming in with the readings a lot too. And this is the happiest card in the deck. So, and this is like, once you get back on your destined path, look at all the opportunities that come in. And this energy, like, yeah, it's really interesting. You know how the problem never is what you really think it is? Like, if you're in this energy and you're laying awake at night, have you ever noticed that? You could think, what if this happens? What if that happens? And it never, like, when something like the reality check comes, it's never what you think it is. It's something out of the blue that you didn't even think of. So it's no worse, like it's not worth it to sit and worry about something, because worrying doesn't, it just keeps you in like a loop. And look at this, then this energy comes in with the 9 of Cups. And this is something that you've always wished for. And look at that, would make it, that last cup would make it the 10th cup. I feel this is going to work out for you in a weird way, though. Like, it's confusing, this energy. But there's a lot of characters involved. Like, this isn't just about a couple. This is about, like, this could be a large company you run, a lot of energy here. But the good news at the top of the pyramid here, this is like, you're going to be happy as soon as you get this information and you're on your destined path. You're going to be really happy and you're going to get what you wish for. But this is saying stay focused, like stay in the game. And the only way I feel like you're going to be able to do that is if you get a little bit of a rest from this energy. Just even if it's not a holiday, you take, like I'm saying, take a few moments for yourself. Decompress is the word I'm getting. Yes, and you've been waiting a long time for this information to come in. And it is regarding this pentacle. Like, you could be the Queen of Pentacles here. And you're good with money. And so your spidey sense was telling you something. And now the information, I feel this information might have been like false information that an illusion someone was trying to make. And when you thought about it and everything, maybe you noticed that someone was acting weird, that you normally would trust, and then looked into it. So here we have it, though. This is it's saying you have to be very patient, because this is a situation this is the slowest moving knight out of all the knights. But he's being very careful which direction he goes in. And when he comes in, the good thing about the Knight of Pentacles, it's not like this energy where it's rushed, And it's not this energy where it might be emotional because it's someone you love, but it's like the real information. And so it's like, quite often this can be a legacy of wealth coming in, because that's where we started. So if we go from the bottom here, wow, I feel like I'm talking like, I know this isn't just a reading for one person. This is a bunch of different energies coming in, because the reading, the two readings that I did that I couldn't post were like kind of like this. I feel like those two readings are coming together, and it's regarding this energy here. And so in some weird way, I didn't waste my time because it's here now. It's really, that might be the message partly also, is don't worry, you didn't waste your time like you think you did. It's going to turn around in a weird way though. Like, so we have, let's see if we can put a handle on this. We have 10 pentacles, which is the most that you can have in the lifestyle that you want. You're multitasking, you're super busy, and you're wanting to change that. But you're standing on the top of your pedestal until this comes in, right? And so this energy, then there's some weird energy here that you don't, of someone close to you, and it gets your spidey senses up, that kind of energy. And after you find out what that's about, then all these opportunities come in, and then everything you wished for, if you stay focused and hang in there till the end, don't be impulsive, then you're going to be really happy once you get on your destined path. And this this card is sitting right on this energy here. You will know what this energy was really about. You'll get the absolute truth. I feel here you got a half-truth kind of energy. And so this is like, within yourself, you know what you know. And you're going to stand on that conviction, and you're going to fight for what you have to, if you have to, what's close to your heart. This is about letting go of illusions and letting go of anything that's no longer going to benefit you in this situation. Meditating, praying, like getting into that calm state. And that, I feel like this is saying that this reality check was your best friend. Even if it seemed like it was a big burden, it was like, whoa. I feel like it was just in time, in the nick of time is the energy I'm getting for this reading. Like it's so, and that's the energy, right? Not getting impulsive, like not making split decisions. We have so many horses in here, and the one that is at the top is the one that is not rushing. Yeah. Okay, let's clarify this. I hope you're enjoying this reading. Usually I can get a better grip on the energy, but now I'm starting to see it. It's the, I was like, wow, this feels so familiar to those two readings I did that did not. And I did everything I normally do, but I was so irritated because it was like 2 hours of recording almost. And one it didn't even, the video didn't start. And the other one, the video started, but there was no sound. Maybe it needed to be this whole story here. So we're going to take this energy, and I feel that's the energy kind of that you're in. Like if you're frustrated right now, man, I can feel that frustration. I don't blame you. It's a frustrating situation. Like it's kind of, you think you got it, and then no, it's not. It's something else. And then you think you have it, and no, it's something else. Like, oh, okay, you got part of it, but you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle yet. So I'm clarifying this with my oracle, Tales from the Vector, TAILS. I have a website, talesfromthevector.com, and on that website I have 64 paintings that I started back in 2007. I completed them all in 2020. And so the numbers on these cards represent the paintings. Right now I'm working on gathering the information so I can print out my deck. Yay! And so in the description box below, I will put the numbers of the cards as they appear in the order they do. Yeah, I apologize for it being so confusing, but now I feel like, okay, I feel like this will give us some clarity. Whoop, there we have it. This is the energy. Look at this. Temperance. Stay devoted. This is talking about having devotion to be on your path. Look at what's at the top. This is about like from your spiritual, on a spiritual level, going up to the mountain, talking to God, staying in focused, and being patient. Wow. And that's what the underlying energy for the entire reading is about, this burden that you're carrying. Right there. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune coming in. So this is moving, and this is sitting right on these 10 of Pentacles. Thank you, Oracle. This was irritating me. Okay, so we have perception. So someone felt that the grass was greener on the other side and then found out it was fake. And I feel like that could be you thinking maybe I'm going to collaborate with some other people. And it was maybe someone that your lover, your partner, your spouse, whatever, said, hey, I know these people and they're really good people and maybe you should go talk to them, and they'd get involved and they would invest in our business, etc. So it could have been that. And it could be, look at this and that. And that's the energy of the Two of Swords right here. Like that. Her perception or his perception was off because it was fake, but it looked really green. There was jealousy. Jealousy is green. I'd rather be better than bitter. So this is sitting on this transition. Yeah, there was something, an energy here where, the Wheel of Fortune is turning. Because of this is explaining what it is, because this was the very first card out, how to let go of these burdens. Interesting. Or what is the burden about? It's about this. This is a lot of money, and it's talking about your lifestyle. Capricorn energy. So this is sitting on the King of Cups, which, like, Capricorn energy is the most mature of the earth signs on here. So that would be like kind of the energy also of the Queen of Pentacles here. And so Capricorn energy is about climbing that mountain, consistent step after consistent step, and seeing the possibilities that are in the challenges. So I feel that that's the energy. This is also ruled by Saturn, and it's really deep energy. Like it's really having to be responsible and having a lot of ambition, which you clearly do. I just want to mention that when I have these horoscope signs come up, I'm not saying, oh, the King of Cups is a Capricorn. That may be true for you, but what I'm looking at the big picture here, and the energy of Capricorn, what it represents, like what state of being is that Capricorn energy in, and it's the most mature of the Pentacle energy. So it's about being really responsible, and that's sitting here on the King of Cups. So I feel like you looked into whatever this was. Like you didn't just go on your emotion. I'm just getting you're a successful person. And so this energy is like, yeah, expectations create limitations. So it's almost like this reality check was to let you know there's something not, expectations create limitations. So if you had an expectation from somebody, or they had an expectation from you, they were unrealistic is the energy. And then that creates a lot of limitations on your journey. Then we have the degradation. So what is this? Okay, so this is on the water. And look at this. This is like someone degraded your situation. Like here you are, all chill, loving what you do, and you have a cup of love here for someone. Let's just keep going here. We have the energy of Aries. So this is about being versus doing. That's that energy that I'm talking about putting all this energy in, and did it pay off? That, like no time just to be. You were doing, and you should have had more out of it than that. Then we have an energy of Aquarius coming in. So this is, I feel like, this energy is someone that like if you're a king and you're the queen here, that energy combined, or it's a couple, you're a couple, and that's representing these lovers here. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was the lover, but I feel like it might have been someone that they knew, kind of energy. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's just what I'm going with intuitively. And then we have the Empress energy coming in. So the Empress is sitting right on this energy here. This is saying that you've done everything you can in this situation. That's when you're standing there and you feel like you're in a big fish in a little pond kind of energy. And so this is talking about wanting to be able to move forward. And this can talk about making decisions, you know. The Empress, she attracts like a magnet, everything to her with ease. And that's how you're used to doing things, I'm getting. And this has been like, what the heck, you know? Usually things go a lot smoother for me. And there's an attachment of some sort here. So yeah, like it's sitting right on this poopy energy that, like I said, be careful signing any contracts, because it can look really good. It could be like, oh, this looks really good. But the problem is it's not in alignment with what you want. And so it's kind of like what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine energy, you know? That kind of energy. Dissension. So I feel like, you know, at first I was thinking maybe it was your lover. But I feel like it just might be someone that deceived your lover kind of energy. Like with friends like this, who needs enemies? I don't feel like it's like you and your partner. I don't feel like it's an energy that you're upset with them. You have this cup of love here, but it's more like someone she knew or something like that, or something, maybe someone did something to your partner's business and you're looking into it. It's something like that. There's some indifference here. Yeah. It's kind of like this energy again. Let's all work together, you know? It's going to be awesome. But then it turns out that it's not awesome. It's awesome for them, but not for you. And you're not, and you're in a position like, because it could be like people that, it could be family of your partner or something like that. That's the energy I'm picking up. You know? That, and yeah, it's something like that. And then we have, if that's what you're wondering, we have, yes, once you get onto this energy here, you're going to figure out what's going on. Then you can anticipate. I feel like, man, you caught it in, I keep getting in the nick of time. That kind of energy. And okay, what I don't know won't hurt me. So it's kind of like that energy of not wanting to really know. Because I feel like normally you would have been on it. But it was like maybe I really do feel that I don't feel like you have a problem with your partner. I feel like it's someone that she knows, or her family or something, that you would have never done business with if it wasn't for the fact that they were so close to her. That's the kind of energy. And I'm getting her and him, but it could be him and, you know, whichever way. I'm getting that because I'm thinking of the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. I feel like, yeah, it's something to do with that. And then we have the Hierophant coming in. And I'm getting that whatever happened here, I feel like there might have been some false information came in, and that's when you really looked into it, because you're like, these numbers don't add up. And then, you know, it's this energy here. And the Hierophant has his hand in the form, his right hand is in the form of the blessing. And he's all about traditional structure, about straightening this energy out kind of energy. Really interesting. And I do feel like that you're the King of Cups and it was your partner who's the Queen of Pentacles. And she's usually really good with money, is the energy. And so it's kind of like you're really, you usually you do so well together, but it was, I feel like someone connected to her that you don't normally do business with. And this traditional structure can be talking about, you know, finding out what's going on here. But the good news is the Hierophant is coming in with a blessing, because when the truth comes out, it's going to set you free. Like, and you're going to be out of this energy right away. Bang! As soon as you quit being in denial, you can anticipate your energy. The truth is coming in, and this is God Himself shining the light on this situation. And this is what you wish for, is to have clarification of this. And the energy, it's really interesting. It's coming in as the Gemini energy. So this is about learning creative solutions versus logic. This energy right here, the Two of Swords, like really looking into things with your logic as well as your intuition. And like really, when I, like this, observing what's going on here. And so this Gemini energy is like learning how to communicate in a different way. Maybe this is, I just feel like there was some sort of, like it's talking about creative solutions versus logic. You might be the kind of person that is a very logical person, and that's why you couldn't figure it out. But your intuition was yelling at you. And that's what happens here with the reality check. It's expectations you had. Oh, you know, it's all good on paper kind of energy, but the way the universe works is the universe will start whispering to us, "Hey, you might want to take a look at that." But you're like, "I don't want to take a look at that. That's not possible. This is family. Like, it's my partner's family. It's the best friends of my partner's family. They've been doing business together for 20 years. They have such a good reputation. I can't be listening to that." So then the universe takes out the frying pan and whacks you on the head with it and says, "Hey, you want to take a look at it?" And then the energy comes in like a 2x4. And then you have to listen. And I feel like this energy was kind of like shook up your life enough to realize, hey, I don't just want to make those changes. I want to make more changes here now that this has happened. And that it's really weird, but this blessing in disguise. I said that. I feel like this could be a good, at the time it doesn't feel good, but it could have been a really good reality check for you. Interesting. And it's really funny also because I was doing the Gemini reading where there was no sound. I don't know. This reading's a very different one in a weird way, but I kind of enjoyed it because it was a mystery. If you've enjoyed it, give it a like and comment. I'd appreciate it. And I also, if you resonate with the energy of the channel, consider subscribing. It would be my honor if you did so. And I will do another daily reading tomorrow, and I hope it's more clear than this one. Bye for now.